welcome to Peace Pat Paints. I'm Pat. I paint all stuff. My hair's all the way down my face right now. It's getting kind of long. Almost time to cut it, I think. But I do get that nice. I get that nice Ken doll look. The back needs to be trimmed up to do it, but you know, I do clean up well. I just don't. I don't like to be cleaned up. It's just kind of how it is. The sun's starting to move, so it's starting to change like all the lighting in here again. So that doesn't help. That doesn't help at all. That just makes me super dark. So we're gonna have to like work on lighting. So I don't know. We have so many things to work on for this channel, and it's a studio vlog. So like, I don't know. I try to put money into it, but I have so many things going on in my life because I have 4 kids and yeah, an amazing young lady that is all things to me really, in many ways, and a garden I keep staring at. Like I was working on my plants this weekend. And I hurt my back. Which sucked. But you know, it is what it is. I think I'm gonna have to start using dollies now to move big pots. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do a lot of like the big pots. Like this pot it had a citronella plant in it. It was like this big, you know. So I somehow managed to get that thing to live through the winter. I don't know that I'm gonna be able to do it again. It was really crazy. But we'll see. It's at least alive now. It's in dire shape. Really needs some help, but it's warming up here. Should be good. Got that going. I also have like some seeds and stuff I started, so I'm really excited. I like gardening. I should do another channel with plants, Pat Plants, or produce plants. I don't know. Let me know if any of y'all will actually watch this stuff and you care. Let me know in the comments or whatever, and I'll maybe I'll make another channel. Boom. Maybe not so live. We definitely have to be kind of you know, not live. Yeah, it's hard to do that. It's hard to like talk to the camera while you're working your ass off. Oh, I gotta watch those. I'm trying to get better about, because just in case one day something happens and we miraculously have people watch this channel. You know, a lot of people. We have people to watch, which is awesome. But I mean, like a lot of people. You get a lot of people in. You got to have like a certain way you talk. Hey, what's up? Good morning, Sir McBeardsly. So anyway, so we do have a lot of people that watch the channel. Well, YouTube standards, we have people that watch this channel because I like look at the analytics. It's really cool. But we're not to like that. God, there's this level where things get really crazy, and at that point in time, like they demonetize you if you start making money, which we don't make money off this channel yet, and I don't know that we ever will. But it's fun to like practice, I guess, just in case. But anyway, I feel bad now because I feel like I made it sound like there's nobody watching this channel, and that is not true. People watch this channel. We have several fans, and I appreciate every single one of y'all, and I know you exist. And but like we're not crazy popular yet. We might be one day. We're gonna keep working at it because that's what you do, right? But yeah, I think it's fun, and it's a fun thing to kind of work towards. You know, like you kind of look towards like where are we gonna go with things? How are we gonna move forward? You should never be like stagnant. I think that's the main thing I'm getting at here. Like, you know, I don't want to be like stagnant. I always want to be like thinking ahead. Where are we gonna go with things? How are we gonna navigate this? What are we gonna do? And I think that's what I've done that kind of like my whole life, I guess. Which is probably how I ended up with doing all the things I did. My palette's all crazy. It looks like Easter. I was painting this. I'm painting this for my daughter. It's a fun piece. You'll like this one, McBeardsly. Very anime. Like, there we go. Got her eyes to pop so you can see it. A lot of fun. dog is outside. She's barking right at the beginning of the show. We're like 6 minutes in. Okay, listen, I'm gonna go let this dog in. I'm gonna be right back. We need to take this camera off. Okay. Always with this dog. Right? Definitely got the look. Oh gosh. It's a fun model. It's fun. I'm working on this one, and then I'm working on this one to go with our paladin. He's gonna kind of be with him. So I'm thinking about doing some. I had some ideas with some colors, but I think I might change it. I'm not sure. So anyway, it'd be fun to have him be part of that little group. Put that cough down. Oh gosh, that's a stretch. Pull it deep. Oh. Yeah. It's like the thing I pulled on my back. It's like, oh, it's in a really wild place. It's like if I bend a certain way, it really hurts, and it's like, oh my gosh. Lights you up. And I was just moving the dang pot over the threshold of the door, and it went down, and my grip kind of slipped, and I don't know why, but I lifted up instead of dropping down with it, and I felt something kind of go in my back, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna move. I can't even do this right. I'm not moving. There we go. It was brutal. It was really kind of scary. I thought we were in trouble. I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to the hospital. It's not bad. It's bad, but it ain't that bad. It's already better. It's way better today than it was yesterday. Yesterday was brutal. That's still okay. This is a little chunky. There is a there's a point where it would get too chunky, and you can see that with this here, right? This one here is starting to look like paint that dried out, which sometimes you might actually want something like that. You might want that kind of effect, or it would chip up or something like that. And there's things you can put in it to force it to do that. But it's not necessarily something you always want to use for painting. Oh, that's right. I painted this white. What am I doing? I'd already done the yellow part on this, and I'd painted it white again. It was just this grayish white, and I got all blacked out there. I actually haven't taken any pain pills. Maybe I should have. I was like, man, I shouldn't take anything that makes me too loopy. I'm getting ready to go on. And now go straight into messing this up. We need to splotch that with our blood. That's what we need to do. Probably actually need to pull up these highlights just a bit. Which means we gotta get that dry. Let's see. Hey, Split Fiction. 3 hours. Oh, fun. Nice, fun. Yeah, I remember It Takes Two. It was an interesting game. It was a good idea. I'm always down for interesting ideas on a game. That's the That's the way it should be, honestly. Okay, we need this to be almost white. Really just trying to grab where the light is going to fall on it. Do a little bit on the rest of the edges. It's such a subtle difference. There's just a little tiny bit of pure white. Just very we're getting ready to cover this with blood stains anyway. If I do this, it'll kind of help pick up the what we're doing. Maybe that will underline underneath in total darkness. Okay. Last time we did this, if I remember correctly, used Alzarian Crimson, Alizarian Crimson Hue. I'm trying to get better at saying some of these colors. Some of them get a little wild. You're like, oh, that's a name. Goodness sakes. Oh, it's kind of crazy the last couple of days around here too. I get for painting while my back's hurting. Okay. Probably a little bit of a brown wash over this too. Add a little bit of mud to it. Especially up here in these shadow areas. We'll let it set up and see what we think. Probably want more blood than this. The other guy's really soaked in it. But he's got chainmail on too, so it doesn't get like quite as high up. So it doesn't get up all the way up here. So like it's a little different. So I'm gonna set this up and we're gonna see what we think. Like I said, we might come back with maybe some sponging for some mud color. Right now we're using this umber kind of as a shadow. Really trying to focus on getting those creases and shadows to pop out for us. There's kind of you kind of have to set it in there, kind of guide it down. The deal, you gotta be careful with putting too much on. You can overrule it and then it won't stick to where you're trying to get it to stick to. And sometimes you have to like do a couple rounds of it. So I'm really not trying to do like a full-on wash, but I'm kind of trying to focus on that. I probably should have put some blood on there. I didn't do it. Oh, I missed a spot there too. Look at me. Using a sponge for this is definitely the way to go. You can do it with, I've done it with all sorts of things, but the blood stains really work out great with a sponge. Take out those crevices and at the top again. Get some more work in there. But I can't stand looking at that flesh. Oops. The milliput's got to get painted over. I can handle it. Looks like I can handle it on the base, because like I don't even look at the base till I'm down there really. But like looking at his shoulders with the bright orange on there, it's making me crazy. Yeah, we're gonna let all that dry, and we'll come back and look at it again. We may want to mud this up a little bit, because we did. I think we have a little mud on his. Yeah, down towards the bottom, and his is real filthy. We may really dirty this up a little bit more, because we want it to look like old blood. This looks pretty fresh. Sent you a link to a fun list I found a bit ago. Guys engineer for electric from bridge and root sake using crabs. Holy crap, that's hilarious. He's doing the town and from RuneScape in foam. That's cool. I'm really just trying to mask and blend that in. This guy's arms and how the same kind of. That was my phone. It buzzed itself off of my desk. That was funny. Something must be going on. It's probably the stock market. It's been in trouble all morning. I foresaw this coming. Tariffs are bad. I don't. It doesn't have anything to do with who you vote for. This is just an economic lesson. Tariffs in general are just a bad idea. There's a reason most countries don't use them much anymore. And you know where you have to be super careful with them. And even if you are going to impose them, you have to actually commit to them. Uncertainty is bad for the market. Just as a lesson. It doesn't really matter who's in control. Uncertainty is bad for the market. Period. It doesn't like it. There we go. Goodness. Oh man. Oof, that makes my back hurt every time I cough. Yeah, I pulled it pretty dang good. It's way better today than it was yesterday though, so I'm really glad for that. That's nice. Yesterday was pretty rough. Hey, cool. I like that, man. All right. I'm getting a little education going on the channel. That's what's up. Yeah, a lot of techniques cross over a lot of different things too. Like dry brushing is something they do, makeup artists do too. So it's like you can watch like, oh god, what was that show called? Skin Wars. That show's got some artists that do some really amazing stuff, and you'll be able to watch that show and understand a lot more about what they're doing. I try my best to use proper terms. I'm not always perfect. I learn from a lot of different people how to do different things, and so sometimes my terms can be regional. So sometimes my terms are not the same terms in everybody's region, which that's okay. That's kind of the cool thing about the world, honestly. One of the cool things. We're all the same and we're all different. To me, that's pretty cool. It's a big old fat brush. It's ripped to hell. Maybe get another large brush. I'll have to pull out one of those, what's that, golden maples? That's all the ones we got from that are Chinese. Not Brad brushes. I think they held up better than this army painter. But this is like their cheapo standard. That would be fun to like test them out on the channel and kind of have a running commentary on. I mean, and I'll tell you what, I put this brush through some hell, so like I have abused it on purpose, just like I did those golden maples. And I wash them pretty regularly. I shouldn't say occasionally. It's actually pretty regularly. I just washed them this weekend again. But if it's a paintbrush of mine, it's going to see some mileage. That's just kind of how it goes. I think I've decided kind of a different way of doing this. It should actually make this idea a whole lot faster. Where I was blocking out prior to dropping the wash I'm just gonna put in this flesh color, and then we'll add the other tones after we drop the purple on. Let's see, it's Windsor Violet and Umber. I think is the wash we're using. I mean, it is kind of like a wash. It's not an official wash because I'm not adding a medium to it. Technically, a wash has a medium added to it. So what I use is just really thin paint. But you're kind of debating the consistency of swirl droppings. So you're kind of like, well, yeah, half in one hand and half dozen one hand, six each in the other, or something like that. Whatever the saying goes. Forgotten it now. At least off the top of my head. I'm kind of keeping most of my attention on painting and talking. Not trying to remember too much. I really hurt my back. So my memory's a little, I don't know, it's weird when you get old, like you have to start kind of going, well, I'm not going to remember this quite like I should right now, so I'm not worried about it because I have all these other things going on and we're just going to move on. At least you should be that way. I guess you could be that way too. You could let it get out. You could let it get under your skin, I suppose. Get its skin. Or paint. That was bad. I'm a dad. I have to make a certain amount of dad jokes like per week. Like there's a capita. I don't know if you're a dad when you become a dad, you know, did you get the paper in the mail? I got mine. And you know, there's just a and then like it multiplies. Like how many kids you have? Listen. So like depending on how many kids you have, depends on how many dad jokes you are required to tell per week. It's a law. I promise. And I got in 2 for one in the show right here. That's 2. That was 2 dad jokes. Both of them terrible. Both of them equally awful in their own special ways. Why do we make up those laws? Why do dads do this? You make up laws that don't exist. Oh my gosh. You just wait, man. Teenagers hate them. It's amazing. They do not like it when you're punny. Gosh, ow. Ooh. Alright, time out. We're at 30-minute mark. Or take it down. Oh. Every time I hurt myself in a timeout, damn. Oh gosh. Just don't laugh so hard. Ouch. Oh man. Oh god. Getting rid of all that dang orange, man. It's looking weird, man. Looking better now. Boy, it's looking slick. Boy. That's nasty. Boy, nasty. Can't wait to get these arms detailed out. They're gonna look great. Gotta figure out what we're gonna do about this sword. Oh. Okay. That might be too. Is it good? No, we're good. like I just put all this on there yesterday. I don't know why it's acting crazy already. This thing is soaking wet too, or was? No, it's still pretty wet. This is a great idea for our main wash. Just trying to get into this place where I haven't done any work yet. A little too purple. I'm just pulling too much. Pulling too much. Hold the hole there. I'm gonna put a color in those. Drop that magenta there. See it though. This is really going to help us get an eye out for these crevices. Things like that. Help us create these shadows we need to create. Very carefully. Good on any of that stuff we've already been working on. Then you gotta redo all that. That's a pain. He's already starting to look like he matches the rest of his body, which is good. That's what I want. That's the good stuff. Okay. Love it. Alright. We're cruising. Absolute cruising, y'all. Much into that one is toast. Well, I've tried all the natural ways of removing this ant colony that came in with the plants from outdoors, and I've been unsuccessful. And they're in now in the plants that live indoors, and so I've got to get rid of them. And it really breaks my heart. I hate having to kill things, man. It's just something I'm just not into that anymore. When I was younger, like, you know, I was all down with that, you know, hunting and all that stuff, and now I'm like, man, I don't know. I might even one day become a vegetarian one day. Just cause. Maybe pescatarian. I don't know if I could give up fish and shellfish. I like fish a lot. The older I get, the more I like it. And have fun. Okay, so come back and find these little crevices. Make sure we got good magenta in there. This particular magenta, this is a permanent magenta by Winsor Gallery acrylic line. It's been really instrumental in feel like it needs more wood. I just do. I just do. I feel like it needs more wood. I feel like it needs more mud. I feel like I think that's real too. I think maybe we put on more mud first. Just put on a little bit more of that. Chest bag, box bag. It's very interesting bag. Belt again. And they come through and drop all the highlights on it. So. There we go. A little bit lighter. We're really looking for that dirt. This one wall. Remember what we're doing here. This is just really thin raw under. Yet another one is Mutant product. Same line, Galleria, acrylic. Again, I don't necessarily recommend you paint with the stuff I paint with. I paint with a much thicker paint than most people are used to, but I like to thin my paints a lot. I like to mess with the textures and consistencies more. So it's not for everyone, but you should be able to look at the color. If I say color, the color I'm saying is the artist version of that color. Whatever, what when you refer to it in a paint. If you were going to list it for other painters to know what they were looking at, those are some of the colors you can use in a fine arts establishment. You should be able to get on Google and type in those same names and get a pretty good response as well, and then you can usually match up colors. And you'll find as you kind of grow in the hobby, you kind of change what you use, and you find certain things you like better than others. It's just kind of how it goes. So don't be afraid to try new types of paints. I still do. I find myself going back to a lot of the same things I use all the time, but I still look at other paints, and I still look at other products, tools, and I still buy them, and I still try them. Not just for the channel. I mean, it is now. It's a lot of fun to use to do that for the channel, but you know, the only reason we're buying it is to try it, because I wanted to try it. Otherwise, there'd be no reason to buy the product in the first place, right? that tries out again. And then I guess we can work on all this just to have that all done. The phone's still buzzing away on the floor. I can't wait to find out. We've been on the edge of a plunge for a minute. And Friday was the everyone getting out and driving the prices up to make it look like everything was going to be better. Stock market's crazy, like a casino. Definitely do not take anything I say as solid stock advice. I am just a traveler in that land. I am no guru. I just know it's been serious correction territory for a while. Oof. Gosh. Okay, he's got a lot of like crazy veins here. That's fun. We're gonna highlight those veins for sure. Okay. One of the reasons why I like to drop that thin layer down. It helps me kind of see the variations in the muscles. With this guy we had versus like, the grill thralls. The grill thralls we were able to kind of dry brush and it worked out all right. This is not going to work that way. We're going to have to come in and drop this stuff like this with a hairy stick. I want a hairy stick instead of the rounded hairy stick, you know. That's about as oaky as I can sound right there. You're way off deep in the sticks. You find oakies that sound like that, really. Just so everybody knows that. Main thing to do is just remember to breathe. Work through it. Oh. I literally just needed the mouth that comes out of the cap when you open it after you shake it. That's the tiny amount of paint we're using. Alright, so we finally get to finish this up. I'm gonna have to blend a little bit of this in. Kind of let the model tell you where to go. Guess my best advice for a lot of this stuff, you just need to really look at what you're doing. And let the model tell you what to do. And kind of try to remember like where the light is coming from. Like we don't need to do all the work underneath there. It needs to stay dark. But up here we definitely do. We need to make sure we get all these edges and details pulled out. Keep moving pretty. We can keep moving. We might be able to get the crimson and all this. That's yellow ochre for those little wounds, and then just all that there is. Oh gosh. This seems to be a little overkill right there. Okay, let's see. We're gonna make these damn veins. Maybe magenta. Yeah. Let's remember that permanent magenta again. For these veins. They're so hard to see. They're hard to see in person. They're going to be almost impossible to see on this camera. He's got a couple little veins here and there. Maybe just that slight coloration difference will make this cell. Got a lot more back here. I'm not a participant of St. Patrick's Day necessarily. That's one of those things being ridiculed out in public school for years on end kind of takes away from you. You're like, the joys of public school. Any school, really, I'm pretty sure it would have been the same in Catholic school. School age in general, people are just kind of bullies. I think it's probably human nature. We probably can't actually avoid it, which is unfortunate. Actually work to our advantage a little bit for what we're trying to do. Let's just blend some of those lines now. A little, that's okay. Get these things. Looks like there's like a piece of shrapnel stuck in his arm. I don't know if that's what that is, or if it's just like a bulge from the arm, but it doesn't look as natural as I would like it to. But these things are pretty unnatural, so it could be a piece of something stuck in his arm. Yeah. There we go. Alright, tomorrow we'll be on to straps and such. A little bit of that infectious yellow from the yellow ochre. Heck yeah. That back looks so gross. I really dig it. Come on, lock in camera. There we go. Thank you, Steve. Kind of got that 80s horror look. Rad. Pull you down here. Turn that off. Turn that off. So anyway, McBeardsly lukewarm on it. Some invites to his pub. Yeah. I can do without the pubs. I don't like being around a lot of people anymore. Plus, like with my throat thing, I can't really be around cigarette smoke because I'll end up coughing and it'll be bad. So I usually don't go to bars and pubs anymore. Although I think I hear a lot of them are smoke free now. It's wild. But anyway, I hope everybody does have a great St. Patty's Day when it comes around here soon. Don't let my opinion of the holiday keep you from enjoying it. You should definitely go have fun if you want to have fun. Definitely go do that. I don't usually make a big plan. My kids are never a big fuss about it, so I don't make a big fuss out of it. If they were into it, we'd do something, but meh. So anyway, you guys are awesome. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate you. Hope you come back and see us some more. If you did like what we do, give us a like and subscribe. Definitely helps us out. Keep pushing the channel around, all that stuff helps a lot. Get us out there. If you have other people see it, maybe we'll eventually make enough money to upgrade all our systems and have a really nice setup around here, and everything will look really clean or whatever. Heck, I might even be able to afford to pay McBeardsly to come be a producer for real. Anyway, gotta have dreams, right? Dreams. You guys are awesome. I really do appreciate it. Yep. Take a good yeah. Take a shower, moisturize. Yeah, we like to say be good to each other, be good to somebody, be good to yourself, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.